LFC 5 is made possible by the following sponsors. Please support the businesses that support combat sports. Annie Mac, Home Mortgage. Less competition, more wins.
This is Adam and Erica. They're saving up for their wedding in...
Really?
Right. Between the two of them, they've saved $75,000 towards their dream wedding and a down payment on their first home. Congrats! This is Carlos. While juggling 2 jobs to pay off his student loan debt, he's managed to save $16,000 towards buying a new home. Way to go, Carlos. And Kelsey and Marcus, they just welcomed their first grandkid, and they're looking to buy now and sell later with $200,000 to use as a down payment. Make that $190,000. So, what do all these home buyers have in common? They're getting obliterated by cash offers. With the Cash to Keys program, Annie Mac turns your offer into cash. So whether you have $190,000, $75,000, or $16,000, the Cash to Keys program makes cash offers possible. Annie Mac. Don't just bid, win.
Going down. Yep. My name is Dr. Andrew Gillihan, physical therapist and owner of Alinea Performance Cincinnati. So what makes Alinea Performance Cincinnati different? We specialize a lot in the sports and orthopedics. My personal background, not just a doctor of physical therapy. I used to teach at Boise State, Jitsu to Muay Thai, MMA. We're capturing all different types of athletes across the spectrum.
More than a gym, the Cincinnati Athletic Club is a distinguished institution.
This is the Cincinnati Athletic Club, downtown Cincinnati. 111 Schulte's Place. My name is Brad Kalani. I've been here 18 years. I started out just training boxing. I trained a handful of members real early in the morning and strictly boxing. My current role is operations manager. It started in 1853, but this building was built in 1903. Somebody from the Kroger family, Procter & Gamble, stuff like that, have all been members here. From what I understand, yeah, four presidents from Ohio, which would be, I guess, Rutherford, Hayes, Taft, Garfield, and Hamilton, I believe. Well, we have a full basketball court, we have a boxing room, we have a couple nice weight rooms, sauna, steam room, blue cube, swimming pool, hot tub. We got, pretty much everything you need here. We're just trying to make this place better day by day. We have the bar, restaurant, food available, obviously drinks. Good place to gather. Come on and check out the Cincinnati Athletic Club. It adds life to your years and years to your life.
Limitless Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Fitness, Cincinnati's premier destination for world-class mixed martial arts training, specializing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai kickboxing, offering programs for all ages and skill levels. This month, they celebrate 11 years of empowering our community through martial arts. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned competitor, there's a place for you at Limitless. Start your journey with them today. Kickstand Cocktails, the only canned cocktail dedicated to spice. Limitless Cryotherapy, the place for whole body cryotherapy in Cincinnati, Ohio. Defense Soap, welcome to your best skin. Now, let's hear you make some noise for BJJ and LFC 5 ring announcer John Buckley.
Kickstand Cocktails, and especially our event partner, Cincinnati Athletic Club. This place is amazing. I hope you enjoy it as you walk around the facility. Remember, Limitless Fighting Championship is put on by Limitless Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Fitness, celebrating 11 years. 11 years teaching, training, building athletes of all ages. Thank you to Defense Soap and Limitless Cryotherapy, 2 things fighters need to always be their best. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? All right, we're going to bring out our fighters. Tonight, give it up. You're going to get some amazing action. It's going to be fantastic. First one up, Frazer from Cincinnati Martial Arts. Next fighter up is Ritter from Saucedo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, out of the blue corner, we have Frazer from Martial Arts. Give it up! Out of the red corner, we have Ritter from Saucedo. Here we go!
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, just like that, the first match is underway for the evening. This is Limitless FC number 5, and I'm Brad Schneider. Joining me on the commentary tonight is going to be Tyler Ray. Got 20 matches to look forward to tonight. Really tense wrestling starting off. You know, they've got 5 minutes to make something work in this match. They're going right after it.
Definitely fighting for the inside ties here. I like how Hunter's working for those underhooks. It's gonna be about control, but
A lot of forward pressure too.
I was very interested in this match. I know Hunter's mainly an MMA guy, so I wanted to see how his grappling looks.
Oh, nice timing on the duck under, but head in a little bit of danger here. Addressing the hands early, rolling over the top. As long as he keeps moving, he should be fine here. Sitting through and, you know, able to defend it initially, but he's still not out of danger yet. And he solidifies the takedown.
Good work. Way to stick with it.
Yeah, found that space to escape the guillotine when Matt was trying to readjust for some kind of arm and choke. It looked like he was trying to trade off to a Darce. Now you have Matt working from the closed guard, looking to wrestle up, and he had a decent look at back exposure. Ends up sweeping to top half guard. And immediately mounting. Yeah, definitely seemed like a MMA solution there. Just exposing his back in spite of it. And he gets tapped. Rear naked choke for the finish. Short choke variation. Getting the match or the night started with a submission.
Winner of our first match by rear naked choke, Ritter!
the night is off to a great start.
And it looks like we're already starting to bring up the second set of athletes. It's going to rise with that new generation. So definitely expect to see wrestling from both athletes here, but they are lighter competitors. So, you know, maybe they'll play a different tactic to the last two, being at 125 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, both are in a pretty good stance. Both are kind of down blocking already. So,
you know, I like what I'm seeing already. The wrestler myself, I'm liking this movement here. Yeah, we got a classic wrestling match right here.
Yeah, both kind of staying in the same stance, close stance. Going to make it, you know, a little bit easier to down block on shots. I feel like. Who do you think so far this favors? Because we haven't really seen a lot from either of them, but they're both in kind of defensive stances here.
Yeah, no, I really think they're both waiting to see who's going to make that first move. Let's see who.
Yeah. You see that big back exposure, and they're scrapping.
Getting a little scrappy. I like it. Yeah, I'd really like to see him utilize that fake and shoot off that. They're both doing a lot of faking, but they're not.
Yeah, maybe he just isn't seeing the reaction that he wants from the other competitor. I mean, every time Reilly does, you know, fake the shot, he is getting a reaction and gets in on the hips, but immediately defending the guillotine, and then they're back to neutral.
Nice defense.
Still measuring each other out. I mean, I like to see a little bit less, you know, testing the water, because the match is only 5 minutes, so they don't have a lot of time to actually work. And being that this is a jiu-jitsu match, if they don't get it to the mat, and just like that, we're in the mat. Reilly looking at potentially taking the back here, throwing in one hook. Liam doing a good job of keeping his hands tight, trying to deny that upper body control, but
it looks like he's getting on the neck. Can't see.
Yeah, but attacking
threat that is.
Attacking the choke here could be a good opportunity for him to get that second hook in, because he was being really tight with his hand fighting. It looks like maybe a better look at a choke here. He might be across the chin. Hands are kind of live though. He has Liam grabbing at the grips there.
Able to come on top.
Yeah, Reilly loses the position, but is able to solidify mount, which is not much worse for him. Looks like he was trying to take. Oh, geez, just like that, completely reverse the table on him.
Let's see what Liam's got here on the back. He only got 2 minutes to work, so. It's getting high. And hanging on to that wrist of Reilly's is keeping him in this position. Otherwise, I think he'd pop right out the back.
Yeah, his hips are a little bit high. I'd want to probably see him, you know, be a little more conservative, especially looking for the back, but maybe he's trying to switch off to an armbar, or it looks like maybe even a triangle here. But at this point, who do you favor in the match? Because I feel like a lot's happened. It's been pretty chaotic, and both have had looks at similar positions to one another.
I mean, I'm thinking Leon's throwing up the most threats so far to this point of the match. Reilly had control earlier, but he ended up falling off the top. And
yeah, that's true. And he has a look at a Kimura here.
Got him pinned here. Yeah, he's trying to get that wrist off the hip.
Just about a minute left, and it looks like he's kind of just set to neutralize that Kimura. He's not really trying to get out of the position, respecting the threat of the submission here. Oh, and he slips through, immediately in on a passing attempt, and they get reset to the middle.
I think this next 44 seconds could determine the match.
Yeah. Oh, starting him back in side control. It looked like it was a pretty good look at the pass, but they never really solidified the position. But both athletes right to work.
Looks like he's going to work for a north-south choke here.
And maybe that, or the arms on the inside there. He's only got 20 seconds to work. He's got to send something. Oh, he's just going to choke through the hand if he can. And he gets the tap. Wow. Maintaining our perfect streak. Second submission of the night.
2 for 2. Looks like there's going to be some competition for those submission of the night bonus.
Fantastic looking north-south choke. You get a winner, Reilly Webb. Reilly, you guys went back and forth like two wild dogs. You were in a little bit of a pickle over here on the edge. How'd you get out of that? So listen to your coach? Yeah, help to have it right there, I think. Great job, Reilly Webb! Nice job. How about those two young guns, ladies and gentlemen? They put it all out there. 5 minutes is not a lot of time to fight that hard. That's amazing. All right, here we go. Next bout. Coming up, we have Edgar Saucedo for Vital Combat.
Another wrestler here in Jahmon. I know he is a All-American.
Once again, to my right, out of the blue corner, to my left, out of the blue corner,
Edgar doing a good job of, shooting off that snap. It seemed like he kind of lost his balance there a little bit, was able to salvage it pretty well. Snap into an ankle pick. Big throw by forces Edgar to concede the bottom, and they scramble back up to the feet.
Nice arm drag attempt.
Yeah, a really big variety of takedowns shown here from Jahmon.
I like that fake.
Little fix of the hair.
Throw by and got himself into a body lock.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes the body lock's a great counter to the throw by if you can anticipate it coming, and this is probably the second or third attempt that Jahmon's put forward. Honestly, I didn't expect Edgar to have such a heavy wrestling forward approach.
Neither did I.
Just based on his posture when he's standing, and he's done a really good job of contending with Jahmon's collegiate wrestling experience.
Yeah, he's doing well. Nice throw by there, but look at how he continues the movement, not letting him secure position.
Absolutely.
I think that's a lot of times where wrestlers kind of struggle when they're making that transition into grappling. Is a lot of wrestling is about get the guy down and hold him there and pin. So in jiu-jitsu, if guys are able to extend those scrambles and keep moving, it really throws them off a little bit.
And Jahmon, again, getting behind him and solidifying in top north-south after the takedown. Edgar fighting his way back to standing. Looks like this match is going to be, dictated purely on who the better wrestler is. It seems like.
I like that. In on a fake. See if he can finish this here.
He's pretty deep on that single leg, and he's cutting the corner well. Jahmon gets a far side cradle. And that's going to make it a little bit hard for Edgar to finish this because he can't build his hips up as easily.
Yeah, he's got to free that lock. He needs to drop his right hip to the mat and try and circle to the legs.
Jahmon addressing the head, fighting for an underhook, and Edgar concedes to the bottom. Two minutes left in the match. A lot of action so far.
Edgar doing a good job controlling the wrist right now. He's really making it difficult for Jahmon to get through this guard.
Yeah, pulling, trying to break his posture down. He's going to have to get some attacks going because, he's got to be down on the decision so far, and there's only a minute and a half left. Keeping his hands busy, making it harder for Edgar to off-balance him and break him down in the guard here. And he doesn't really have to do as much. He has to know that he's winning the decision so far. Oh, trying to finish an Americana in the guard. Maybe he's a little bit new to the sport. You don't typically see that work, but, some action's better than none. I mean, it at least gets Edgar thinking about what could happen there. Back to standing with 40 seconds left.
Edgar.
And a quick snatch single. Cartwheel, keeping the action going. Both these guys are definitely going to gain fans from, you know, the pace they're putting forward for this match.
Well, Jahmon's still working to pass his guard. Edgar's doing a good job of keeping him in front, but Jahmon has solidified this match with his wrestling.
Exposed his leg, and he kicks out, clears the entanglement. No last-second Hail Mary submissions for Edgar. Final seconds of the match, and it looks like it's going to close to what I think has to be a decision victory for Jahmon.
Yeah, that was a great match. I love the pace.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these two warriors going the distance. We're going to go to a referee's decision. Ladies and gentlemen, the decision is in. Fighting out of the blue corner, Jahmon Spiller from Team Reilly.
As we both expected, Jahmon securing that win mainly on his wrestling abilities.
Yeah, and like, even though he was clearly winning the match, he didn't stop pouring on, you know, that pace towards the end. He really wanted to solidify the match. It looked like he was trying to find a submission, but, you know, not able to get it, but kept the match moving the entire time.
Next up, we'll have our first girl fight for the night.
Yeah, Chelsea Dicaprio.
That wrestling that you guys displayed was fantastic. Is that what you planned for tonight?
Honestly, yes and no. I wanted a submission, but when you got another good grappler, it's always going to be a battle.
That was amazing. I'd love to see two guys go to war. You finally got good position. What were you thinking in that moment? Were you trying for something specific?
What position?
When you were on top.
I was trying to go for that Kimura, but it wasn't really there. You know, I had really good success with that Kimura, so I wanted to go for it, but it wasn't there, so get back to my feet, work my takedowns.
Roger that. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jahmon Spiller!
Yeah, we got Chelsea Dicaprio competing out of the Chicago greater area versus Alyssa Schulte, which, you know, she's an Ohio local. Seems like the majority of the competitors on the card today are from Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana, but you see people coming from all over.
Get yourself something to remember tonight. It's a legendary night. Have something to take home. There's refreshments both ends, downstairs. Don't sit there all night and be thirsty. Pick up something.
Just like
Limitless merch is in the back.
Mid-sentence or whatever,
take yourself something.
Like,
buy something for somebody watching it at home.
Restart after, just because, like, basically he's the Don. Whenever he's talking, everybody else shuts up. Yeah, it's easy to do that, you know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up we have the ladies of the night. Coming to the mat from the red corner, Alyssa Schulte from Vital Combat. Next up from the blue corner, Chelsea Dicaprio from 10th Planet.
These are blue belts. Yeah. These are blue belts, so they can do straight ankle lock only with the reach. They're allowed to reach. They're allowed to reach, but only for the straight ankles. They don't have any electric.
Once again, fighting out of the red corner, we have Chelsea Dicaprio from 10th Planet. Give it up! And from our red corner, we have Alyssa Schulte out of Vital Combat. Let's make some noise! Okay, that's what I was...
Yes, yeah.
right off the bat, you see Alyssa countering that forward presser from Chelsea with an attempt at a throw, but Chelsea never really pushed hard enough to allow that to happen. Automatically in the guard, almost in the triangle. Alyssa here trying to scoop under the leg, and maybe you look to isolate a leg and look for some kind of footlock attack. Although being a blue belt match, they are only able to do straight footlocks. But
yeah, if Chelsea just extend that left leg back, she'd get it out of this position.
Actually, no, she's ratcheting up. It looks like she's going to attempt like a pendulum sweep of some kind, just pull Chelsea overhead. And then she has the threat of either sweeping or the arm bar from here. Yeah, she's climbing up, looking to isolate that arm. Chelsea steps over. I can't really see where her arm is, but it looks like she's kept it safe and maybe slipping the elbow out.
See if she can turn this into a triangle potentially. Or
yeah, as long as she can keep her thumb rotated to the inside, she stays safe here and uses the attempt of the submission for a pass. I like that half that she's running there. Doing a good job of keeping Alyssa from wrestling up in the position. And the second that guard opened, she's been all over. Solidified the pass, looking to come to mount, has knee on belly for the moment. And Alyssa's able to find her knee in between her and Chelsea. Chelsea's doing a great job of pressuring in, but I feel like she's stepping into this guard a little bit too openly, giving Alyssa opportunities. Yeah, again, finding her closed guard. This is a spot Chelsea probably doesn't want to be. It's slowing the match down, and it's really stifling her passing.
Alyssa doing a good job keeping her guard closed, but Chelsea's not really letting her do much with it.
Yeah, for these lighter weights, it is so hard to open that closed guard. But I feel like if Chelsea wants to get out of here, she's got to take some risks and attempt to pass. But Alyssa's just doing such a good job of controlling the wrists and breaking her down. She doesn't really have the opportunity to build those, frames she needs to stand up.
Back in on that leg again.
Big armbar attempt. Chelsea's in trouble here. Has to tap.
Very nice.
Second time's the charm for Alyssa Schulte. Able to find the armbar submission victory.
Fantastic match. We have a winner by armbar, Alyssa Schulte. Amazing job there. I saw you pull guard. Were you confident in your guard abilities?
Yeah, guard's definitely my go-to starting point because there's so many subs that you can get off of that.
Fantastic. Love the confidence. She took on the armbar. Got to put that on your wall, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Great job, Alyssa Schulte from Vital Combat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're keep it rolling. Coming up out of the blue corner, Gavin Schrenker from Hone Academy Jiu-Jitsu. Next up to the mat, in the red corner, Dereal Vasser from Triumph Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I'm really liking this walkout song right now. Classic T-Pain.
Again, fighting at the blue corner, Gavin Schrenker from Home Academy and Dereal Vasser from Triumph Jiu-Jitsu.
Gavin testing the base of Dereal. Little foot sweep just to see how he reacts, I'm sure. And immediately pulls guard. Dereal doing a good job of controlling that inside position, keeping his head on the shoulder, making it difficult for Gavin to find a complete guard here. But he's able to throw the leg over and maybe looking at some kind of rubber guard entry.
Looking for a buggy choke, maybe?
Yeah, it's possible to do it from the half guard there. I see a lot of people set it up there and, you know, even concede the pass or go back to a closed guard and try to finish it from there. But if anything, it's just kind of like discouraging Dereal from acting on that, you know, pass that he very nearly had.
Gavin will engage in a little bit of wrestling with Dereal here.
Yeah, I liked what he was doing from his guard, but seems like Dereal's not really, you know, willing to enter in for a guard pass, you know, on Gavin's terms. He's being a little bit cautious, playing a lower, you know, risk passing style on his knees. But
throw by, see if he can do anything with it. Good recovery with Dereal there.
yeah, attempted to do Shimada, but had to bail just so he didn't have, you know, enough to get Dereal over the top there, and immediately pulls guard. Playing from a butterfly half right now. Which this is a great guard choice for, you know, an opponent that really wants to push in and try to put pressure on you, because it gives you a good frame to keep them from pushing in too much. Goes back to a traditional butterfly guard, looking to invert into a K guard here, isolating the leg, looking probably for a leg attack. I'm not sure if these guys are competing under the blue belt rules, but if they are, then they have to be aware they can only do straight footlocks, so their options are a little more limited.
Dereal doing a good job of sitting on that ankle, keeping Gavin from being able to get that.
Yeah, and capitalized on a mistake that Gavin made when he tried to pull in for the leg entanglement. He basically, you know, he put himself in a strong passing position for Dereal. His legs are, you know, in a pretty bad spot. A nice elevation, able to get back to a more neutral guard here.
Let's cheer him on, guys, cheer him on!
Gavin keeping that knee shield, making it tough for Dereal to get through there. He's tricky with his legs, man. One of those flexible guys.
Yeah, maybe looking to invert, threatening the triangle and coming into, you know, a leg entanglement here. He looks like he's found 50-50. And he's digging maybe for a heel hook, so I could have been wrong. It could be, you know, an expert division. Dereal doing a good job pushing the legs off, but if he loses balance here, he's really at risk of getting tapped.
Nicely done.
Yeah, finds himself back into that kind of folding pass situation he was in before. That's one of the risks when you play double outside as a leg entanglement. You have a big risk of, you know, getting your back taken or, you know, people leg dragging you. Rolling through, looking for the back, and uses it nearly to pass. Only 1 minute remaining in the match.
Gavin throwing up a triangle. Dereal doing a good job.
He's doing the right things. He might be behind on the scorecard right now, so, you know, keeping the attacks coming. If he gets one strong submission attempt, it might steal the match for him. And with the closing section of the match, it's going to be a hard one to call because Dereal's definitely controlling the positions, but the aggressor for most of the scrambles has been Gavin. And just as I say that, Dereal's able to find a pass straight into north-south. Maybe inverting into a potential buggy choke here.
In the north-south. That's a close one.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting decision from the judges. Really just comes down to what they favor more.
Give it up for these two guys who went the distance. We're going to have a referee's decision. Excellent fight, gentlemen. Excellent fight. Give it up for the winner out of the blue corner, Gavin.
Oh, giving it to Gavin. So, yeah, this being a sub-only format, I think they just value those submission attacks more. Altogether, though, really, really tough, tightly contested match.
Back and forth battle, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin, you were throwing up submissions left and right. Was that your game plan tonight, to attack with everything you could?
That's what I do. I don't really got much to say, but Robbie, next Limitless, I want that main event. Hone versus the world.
All right, man, a few words. Thank you, Gavin Schrenker.
Gavin looking to jump from the 5th match on the card to the main event for the next one. You know, ambition's definitely a good thing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up to the mat from the blue corner, Willy Ruiz from Henzo.
My neck of the woods on the card too.
Next up to the mat from the red corner, Charlie Gathers from Flood City Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, one of 3 Florida competitors on the card tonight, so a lot of people willing to make the trip for this new promotion.
I think Robbie's on to something here. Limitless. I'm excited to see where he takes this.
Once again, we are fighting out of the blue corner, Willy Ruiz from Henzo Gracie and Charlie Gathers from Flood City Jiu-Jitsu. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Right, 6th match of the night is underway. 6 minutes at 160 pounds and under. Heavy pressure and finds a strong snap.
He's just going to get to that.
Immediately in on the neck. I don't have a good angle to see what's going on here. It looks like there's a little bit of space, but not a great position to be starting out in 10 seconds in the match. As we're coming around, it looks like
potentially looking for a door strike.
Yeah, Willy was doing a good job of fighting the hands. So at the moment, the hands are not connected, so there's not a strong look at the choke. But that chin strap's great control, and it's keeping Willy on the mat here. Yeah, realizes he's lost the submission, and settles for a really strong cross face.
Charlie's staying on that head. Let's see what he's going to... Back to that doors potentially. I don't know.
He's definitely forcing Willy to take risks here, because if he were trying to wrestle up there, he's putting himself back at risk of that front headlock attack. But he's able to find a guard, and they reset to the middle.
Charlie heavy on that snap.
He's doing a good job at timing those steps forward.
Well, Willy's just pushing in so much that he's starting to be able to take advantage of that.
100%. Little duck into a single leg.
He seems confident in it.
Yeah, Willy doing a good job of killing the momentum for that shot, and he's deep in on a guillotine here. Charlie fighting the hands, still in trouble.
Nice.
Oh, he gets the tap.
Excellent job, gentlemen. We have our winner with a guillotine choke, Willy Ruiz. Willy, in the early part of that match, he looked like he had a good choke on you. How'd that feel?
He had pressure. We knew he was going to bring pressure. He had 20 pro MMA fights, so we knew he was going to come out aggressive. We waited a bit. We wanted to tire him down, and the goal the whole time was get the guillotine.
Roger, that looks like you had some real good background on your opponent. Way to think about that intelligently. Fantastic job. Awesome work. Willy Ruiz from Renzo Gracie.
Nicely done.
Next up, come to the mat. From the blue corner, we have Johnston from Queen City Grappling. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Erica Amoroso from Stout PGH. Once again, over here to my right, Johnston from Queen City Grappling and Erica Amoroso from Stout PGH.
Molly looking for arm drags. Looks like 2 attempts early on into this match.
Molly doing a good job of dictating a lot of the hand fighting right now. Nice trip.
He started to lose the fight there on the underhook and recovered it pretty well with that outside trip attempt. And back to neutral, standing. A lot of interlaced fingers, which not really beneficial to either competitor for, you know, engaging in shots. That's why you see in like a lot of wrestling rule sets, they do not allow it.
Exactly.
But in jiu-jitsu, it's a very common strategy. And Molly strong in on the guillotine, has her broken down, using it to snap her to the ground. Now look for Molly to cut the corner here if as she loses the option for the choke. Climbing the hand up, threatening the choke without the hooks in, and she uses it to get closer to the back. Like falling off to the side, pulling her on top, able to get, looks like her secondary hook in as well, and well on the way to that choke. Erica's doing a great job of hand fighting 2-on-1, getting off to the side and starting to turn into Molly. It looks like Molly's about to lose this, but unable to salvage it into mount, so we're working from her closed guard here. Great attempt for Molly on the attack, though.
Molly's still staying active. I really like to see Erica look to pass this guard. It seems like she's just trying to control wrist and posture right now.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to get frames on the bicep, maybe to stand, and Molly's just, you know, shaving those grips off, making it really difficult for Erica to build a, you know, foundation to stand up from.
Looks like she's working for an armbar here.
And using that inverted grip, something I favor pretty strongly, just because, like, if you have your thumb up with those, it's pretty hard to actually commit on the arm drag because it's just like a wrestling match between, like, you and their arm.
Yeah.
I like to anchor in with my thumb down just so I can kind of move my hips around them just to, you know, have a little bit of a strength advantage there. Using both ankles to off balance, maybe thinking about going for a straight footlock here. Ends up losing it and bailing back up to standing.
Erica looking for a headlock of her own there.
Yeah, really, you know, upping her urgency in this match because she definitely started behind. And Molly, again, with that same front headlock attack, uses it to turn her over and ends up on top. Nice wrestle up here from Erica, taking top position in a strong passing position here.
Nice knee cut.
Be interesting where we start for these two athletes when we reset to the center.
Back on the feet.
Yeah, I agree with that decision just because, like, they didn't really have a solidified, you know, position. It does suck for Erica. She had a great look at a pass, but can't really, you know, honestly reset that position in the same spot. Molly digging in, trying to get an underhook so she can flatten Erica out here. Erica pushing off, opening her half guard, which is a little bit of a risk here. It gives Molly the space to clear that leg. Able to recover a knee shield, which is going to give her a little more options for her guard. Digging over the top for a Kimura, getting her hands locked. This is not good for Molly. And she's able to pummel her hands back inside.
Doing a good job controlling that foot there, not letting her knee cut through on there.
Yeah. Closing seconds of the match. Looks like a decent passing attempt, but that's the time. Pretty close match. Erica was able to regain some momentum halfway through, but if I had to guess, I think Molly did a little bit more to win that decision, but we'll make it official here with our referee decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee's decision in. Winner out of the blue corner, Molly Johnston from Queen City Grappling. Molly, that was a back and forth battle. How'd you feel when the resets and going back and forth almost out of bounds a few times?
Sometimes it helps you when you reset, but other times it doesn't. So I was just trying to scrap until I heard him call it.
So it didn't matter to you, you were ready to rock and roll no matter where you went?
Yeah, we've been working these kind of like scramble positions in our comp class, so glad that I felt prepared for that.
Awesome job, coach, is preparing your fighter. Fantastic job, Molly Johnston!
Coach Ruben Vera not going anywhere. Looks like he has another athlete on deck for match number 8.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Out of the blue corner, Hunter Findlay! Next up to the mat from the red corner, Lucas Jones from Mat Factory. Once again, to my left, we have Hunter Findlay, and to my right, Lucas Jones. Let's give it up for these two warriors, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see it, Findlay. 8th match of the night. Mat Factory typically is like a magnet for wrestlers in the Pittsburgh area, so I expect to see that kind of style from Lucas. But we'll see. With people measuring out the standing, and he's jumping for maybe some kind of submission there. Commentator's curse, he immediately pulled guard. Looking to threaten the bogey choke over the top there, it looks like, and using it to come into a wrestling situation, but well countered from Hunter.
That was beautiful!
Lucas trying to control that top side leg to deny the hook, and Hunter switching to a Kimura grip. Looking to sink back towards the hips, but he might lose the position over the top. The Kimura grip, trying to trade off to an arm bar, and he gets the isolation, rolling in towards the camera. High noons and Bud Lights in peril. And they reset the action. Hopefully we get a faithful recreation of the moment we saw right before the stop. Should be pretty easy to recreate, just a arm bar with the hands interlocked. Straight back to the action.
all kinds of time for Hunter here.
Yeah, 5.5 minutes to find the sub. He should be patient here. Looks like, oh, nice defense on the hitchhiker, clearing the threat of the armbar and ending up, you know, with big back exposure. Ends up falling over the top, but still great defense right into offense. That's what you want to see from these competitors as they're coming up the ranks. And he's trying to follow over the top of this buggy. I have to imagine that's from the influence of Rene Souza, you know, a pretty well-known competitor, especially for his buggy choke, that trains at Mat Factory. And
back to that armbar.
I have to say that the armbar is exposed once again.
Yes, sir! Finish it! Finish it!
Great rotation here from Lucas, and his ability to keep his shoulder up really buys him a lot of time for that escape. Now he's on top with, you know, potentially a look at the back, potentially look at some kind of, you know, darce or front headlock attack.
And the armbar again.
Straight back into it. Great isolation here. Good extension. Man, what is this guy's arm made of? He's doing such a good job on the defense.
Straight into the ankle here.
Yeah, if the arm's not working, maybe go after the leg.
Lucas has got some great defense.
Oh, yeah!
For sure. And, you know, we're going to get a look at his offense here, too. He's past the guard, you know, looking to isolate an arm. Able to find a little bit of a guard here. Although the quarter guard really easy to get repassed on, so he's going to have to look to gather the knee line of Lucas. And Lucas able to come back up into mount off of the bridge attempt. Great job kipping and, you know, almost isolating a leg on the way out.
A lot of scrambling in this match.
Yeah, this match is crazy, and he ends up firmly on the back with a body triangle. Lucas doing a great job of, you know, closing that gap, because before, if you asked, you know, 30 seconds ago in this match who was winning, it would be very clearly Hunter. But as the match goes on, you know, that margin's getting closer and closer.
Working for the neck here.
Yeah, as of yet, no strong submission attempts from Lucas, but it looks like that's about to change.
He's doing a great job of continuing to replace the arm as Hunter's defending.
Yeah, that's one of the beauties of the body triangle is it frees up your hands a little bit. There's a lot less of a chance of them slipping and turning out to escape. So you're able to be a little bit more free with your hand fighting. Gets over the chin, trying to force it to happen. Chambering side to side on those chokes. Andy locks it, still over the chin, but that still, you know, has a big potential to finish here. And he gets the tap.
Nicely done, Lucas.
What a comeback.
Fantastic fight. Winner with a rear naked choke out of the red corner, Lucas Jones.
As we lead into our next match, I'm going to cut away for a little bit just to coach one of the athletes. I will be back for match number 10.
Lucas, I'm going to ask you a question I'm sure everybody's wondering. Do you have real arms and joints? Because it didn't look like it.
We'll see tomorrow. We'll see if they were real or not, because it was pretty tight.
It looked tight to me. You got out of 3 armbar attempts that all looked like I would have tapped no problem.
Yeah, I do like mostly constraint-based games as my training, so a massive position is a spider web. So I've spent hundreds of hours in arm bars. I wasn't too worried.
Fantastic. Looks like that training paid off. Congratulations, Lucas Jones.
I'd just like to thank him. He took this match on like 24 hours notice. I really want to thank him because I was looking forward to this. I was pretty sad when I heard my guy dropped out, so thank you to him, guys. Thank you.
Roger that. Give a big round of applause for Hunter Findlay filling in on short notice and giving us an exciting fight. All right, coming to the mat, we have once again our ladies out of the blue corner, Hannah Pickerill from Limitless Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
First competitor on the card out of Limitless, the host of tonight's event. So.
Next up out of the red corner, we have Brittany Harder from Ronan. Again, to my right, or to my left, we have Hannah Pickerill. To my right, we have Brittany Harder. Let's give it up. They're going down in the gi tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go with our first gi match of the evening. Brittany instantly pulling her on top. Let's see how. Brittany doing a good job of controlling the lapels right now. Hannah looking to pass, but Brittany's control of that lapel is giving her a hard time and posturing up. Brittany throwing up a triangle. Hannah's doing a good job posturing up and straight to an armbar. Nice transition here. Hannah stacking her. She's doing a good job keeping her stacked here. If she gets that arm extended, there's going to be some trouble for her. Hannah needs to start inching that right arm out of there. Hannah did a good job keeping her stacked there. Got her out of that armbar. Now let's see if she can use that to pass. Nicely done by Hannah. Hannah's got her cradled up here. Only got 3 minutes though. I'd like to see her start with some activity here. I know she's down on the, probably down on the judges. Hannah really holding on to this cradle. I'd like to see, there we go. Working that cross collar. looking to throw the hook in. No hooks, but she stayed on top. Hannah fight. Brittany doing a good job with that knee shield, keeping Hannah from being able to pass through there. Brittany's got that Kimura lock, which is keeping Hannah from being able to pass through. It looks like she wants to get to that arm triangle, but that Kimura is keeping her from getting there. Hannah doing a good job with that shoulder pressure, controlling where Brittany is able to look. If you're able to control the head, then you can control the body. At the wrist. And the finish.
What'd she get?
With a Kimura, we have our winner, Hannah Pickerill! Excellent job. Hannah, gi or no gi? It's an age-old question. Do you prefer the gi?
Yeah, definitely.
It's such a strategic thing. There's so small movements in the gi. What was your thinking tonight when you were in that arm bar? You're thinking, I got to get out.
I was just trying to control position, get top position, and figure out something from there.
Did it help having a hometown crowd right here?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome job tonight. Hannah Pickerill with the win.
Just like that, our first gi match of the night is done. On to match number 10.
All right, here we go, our 10th match. From the blue corner, Nathanael Schwartz. Coming to the mat from the red corner, Tyrus Kerr. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Nathanael Schwartz and Tyrus Kerr.
Another Mat Factory guy out here tonight.
Yeah, going against Nathanael Schwartz. Nathan is, pretty good up-and-coming grappler in this the Midwest scene. He did get second at No-Gi Worlds at Blue Belt last year. So, and most of those matches he was losing on points and ended up finding the submission. So definitely look for him to try to find some kind of submission attack here. Good passing, though, so far from Tyrus Kerr. Conceding closed guard. This is definitely where someone like Nathan wants to be. Good opportunity to use his length. Good entry in onto the legs. Can't tell from my angle, but it looks like, yeah, he's able to find that submission victory. Looks like he's able to lock up a heel hook off of that inversion.
Excellent job. Wonderful fight. Winner with a leg lock, Nathanael Schwartz. Nathanael, it looked like you won the play guard. Was that your whole goal tonight?
That's what we do, man. We come out here, we pull guard, we get the sub. That's what we do.
Roger that. You like leg locks? Is that your game, or is that just what you saw tonight?
I mean, to be honest, we do IBJJF. It's all rules set different, no heel hooks. Today, you get a chance to do a heel hook, I'm going to do one.
He looks like he's proud of himself right now. Congratulations, Nathanael Schwartz.
Shout out Mendocino, family, the team, Queen City, everybody that helped me train. That's a boy, hey, main event right there. Gotta watch out for him.
Roger that. Beautiful job tonight, Nathanael. Everybody, we're going into intermission. You can get your Limitless FC merch right in the back. Go home with something special tonight. Don't forget we have refreshments downstairs, back and front. Stay with us. We're going to be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We've got 10 more grappling matches for you tonight. Hold on to your seats. First up, out of the blue corner, we have Justice Stanford from Ronan. Next up to the mat is Tara Hanrahan from Vital Combat. Once again, we have Justice Stanford and Tara Hanrahan. Here we go, ladies.
We're at 11th match of the night. Justice, no stranger to the big stage. Whoa, wow. Right off the bat, Tara hits a big ogoshi, but exposes her back, and Justice looks like she's got a chance to take the back here, using it as an opportunity to wrestle up.
Nice come on top.
That's one of the problems with those big throws. Like, you can, potentially put yourself in a position to end up on the bottom. Nice lateral passing here from Justice. Working around, getting kind of caught on the outside of the mat, but we're probably going to see a little bit more of this, and they start him back on the feet. Definitely, look to see.
There she goes back.
Oh, wow. She really, really wants that throw. Must have a judo background. She's really stepping in and really confident with that. But again, this time putting herself even in more peril. Justice taking the back, ankles crossed, so something to watch out for as Justice tries to climb to a body triangle.
She's looking for it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard, and I think Justice is schooled enough to know that that ankle lock really can't work unless she keeps a tight upper body connection. So anytime she does look to try to cross her ankles over and send it, she can push the head away to take pressure off of the foot lock. Justice looking to dig through, has her hands under the chin.
That's deep. Tara's fighting hard here.
Yeah, I wish I saw her trying to fight, the hands earlier. She was pretty sold on that ankle lock attempt, and it put her in a little bit of danger here.
Looks like
she's just got her fingertips on the inside. That's taken enough pressure off. You can see Justice's arm is, parallel to the shoulders, but she's trying to pull the choke in alignment, and switching side to side is a great way to do that. This time with a much better look at the choke. And just enough space for Tara to survive here. But Justice not rushing. It looks like she's just, patiently waiting for the choke to set in, taking her time, because she's got 5 minutes to work here, and she gets the tap.
Nicely done.
Nice job, ladies. We have a rear naked choke from Justice Stanford.
A great job for Justice keeping calm with those big throw attempts. I mean, put her on the bottom twice, and she was able to salvage them both into, offense for herself.
Yeah, the throws did not work out in Tara's favor.
Justice, excellent job up there. What were you thinking with that first throw? Were you like, oh, what happened?
Oh yeah, I wanted to come out hot. She just launched me. I was like, shit. But the second time she did it, I wanted to do the same thing I did the first time, try to climb to the back. It worked out that time. So.
Awesome job. Were you looking for submissions, or were you just kind of holding true, waiting for her to kind of miss one of those hands?
Yeah, I definitely wanted a submission. Vitor coached me through it, because once I got under the neck, I get a little excited. But yeah, I'm happy. That was a really good match.
Fantastic job. Wonderful, wonderful match, Justin Stanford. All right, here we go. On to the next one. Out of the blue corner, John Leonard from Limitless Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
First match of the night that just says heavy, so these are definitely going to be some big guys.
And his opponent out of the red corner, Alex Burkett. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have John Leonard from Limitless Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Alex Burkett from Sakan Martial Arts. Here we go.
John heavy on that collar tie. Alex is doing a good job playing, hand fighting inside and clearing out of there.
He's doing a good job of breaking those collar ties and resetting the position, and being the shorter grappler, he definitely doesn't want to let John keep those collar ties and kind of fatigue him over the course of the match. Tried for an inside trip and well countered from John. That's a lot of weight to keep in the center of the mat, so it looks like all hands are on deck. All three referees kind of doing their part to make sure that these guys don't run into the crowd.
Yeah, I sure hope they don't come this way.
Yeah, I'll do my best, but I'm not throwing it on the line to protect the equipment here. A little bit of a more measured pace now as we're running in through the match. Seems like they're taking a little bit more time setting their grips. Wow, really strong head pinch. Well countered with the knee pick. John's flattened out pretty well here. Let's see if he can use those frames to get back to a stronger guard. We're going to look for Alex potentially to start using this body lock to find his way around the legs. So far, just kind of, settling into the position and, weathering the storm, because John's really pushing on his face, trying to get a little bit of space to work back in. Little cheeky no-gi Ezekiel attempt, bought him a little bit of space, and he's able to get his feet on the inside, but still dealing with that body lock. And in this weight category, that's got to be super smothering. Oh, he's over. Tight. Yeah, and he's over the knee now, too. Yeah. See on Alex, he's got a Snorlax with a black belt tattooed on him, so maybe trying to encompass that, heavy style.
He's doing well. This can really wear down on a guy when you just stay tight on him on the top like that and let them work and push. And then when he finds that moment where John really tries to relax, go for the pass.
Yeah. And he's not relaxing now. He's fighting tooth and nail, trying to prevent that guard pass. But it looks like Alex is persistent enough, is able to solidify it, and comes up behind him on the wrestle up, looking to take his back. Hope to see, the referees calling for a reset. They have a back body lock in the turtle. That's pretty easy to work back to, and you don't want to lose a position like this just because they got to bounce.
Alex sitting heavy on that ankle.
He's doing a good job of spreading his base out, so it's hard for John to build up here. And the double, hands under the armpit, give him a little more freedom to throw in hooks, because he has, something to push against if he starts falling over the top. It keeps him kind of in position here. I really like how he's riding the legs here from the top, though. It makes it really difficult for John to get back to a guard or to wrestle back up to his feet.
The old Iowa ride.
Yeah. Got just a minute and 20 seconds left, and John fighting to get back to his guard, but again, stuck under the body lock, head position super tight, so he doesn't have a ton of space to work.
And again, so tight on that body lock, making him pass.
Yeah, using it to get to flat half and then to a guard. It looks like a little bit of a pant grip from John, but that did not do enough to stop the pass. Smothering style so far from Alex.
Looks like he's potentially working for an arm triangle now to the back.
Yeah, closing moments of the match. We need John to do something big here if he's looking to win this back in his favor. Maybe a submission victory is really all he's got to look for at this point. Hard to do that, though. Alex is like a dog on a bone right now. He is not letting go of that body lock. I think he's had his hands wrapped around his hip for, oh, geez, last 4 minutes of the match. Finally finding a little bit of space, 10 seconds left. Look for some action here.
Nice sprawl, Alex into the headlock. I look like that's going to do it for this one.
Yeah. Closing moments of the match. John did a great job clearing that body lock, but probably too little too late.
What a war all the way to the end.
And the referee's making it official.
With our referee's decision, our winner out of the red corner, Alex Burkett.
Yeah, no surprise there. Not really a lot of opportunity for John to get offense going himself, but still a well-fought match. He stayed out of danger the majority of the time.
That was a war all the way to the end. You guys looked like at any moment there could have been an explosion from both of you. What were you thinking when you had him down and you were holding on tight?
He's strong as shit, so I gotta keep him down.
Yeah, he looked strong. He definitely looked like he he was pushing hard on your face. When he was pushing away, what were you thinking? Were you like, please, God?
I was trying to fight it off. Team Relentless, Roger Bowling works a lot on that facial shield up. And I just kind of learned to fight through it the last couple months. So.
Well, excellent job. Way to get the referee's decision. Once again, our winner, Alex Burkett!
Yeah, I don't know if you do a lot of body lock passing yourself, but if it's a style you take, you really have to, sometimes just take that punishment. People are pushing on your face the entire match.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am a fan of that pass, especially in MMA. But you do run into the problem of elbows and punches there.
Yeah,
With
at least you're
next
probably...
match, coming to the mat, out of the blue corner, Aaron Jones from Queen City Jiu-Jitsu!
Probably a little bit too close for those punches to really be, meaningful.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone pushing on your face is one thing. Someone, striking you is another. So probably makes it even more, miserable being there.
His opponent, out of the red corner, Tanner Beerley from SNG!
Great match here, Aaron Jones versus Tanner Beerley. Practically next door neighbors. The gyms are 5 miles apart from one another. They probably trained together before. It'll be interesting to see how this match plays out because both athletes have to know each other.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, to my left we have Aaron Jones. To my right we have Tanner Beerley. Let's cheer these gentlemen on!
And a nice little foot sweep from Aaron. Tanner doing a good job inverting on the legs, finding himself in double outside ashi, but it looks like Aaron's able to roll through and not out of danger yet. Tanner's able to find the heel, slips it, and Aaron's back on top in a strong pressure passing situation. But that submission attack, it didn't necessarily get too close, but it's a significant moment of action in the match. Especially, you have to consider submissions are the heaviest weighted criteria for the scoring, so getting those on the board is going to be great for the athletes.
Looks like he's working to get back to it again.
Yeah, it's going to be hard here because, Aaron's kind of smothering the top leg. He's got a shoelace on the mat, but he's able to dig it out still. Aaron looking to clear the knee line and kick out of this entanglement, but Tanner doing a great job controlling the leg, using it to off-balance him. And Aaron's in trouble here. Both legs are entangled. It's going to make it very hard for him to turn and clear the entanglements. So looks like we're resetting in the middle. It'll be interesting to see where they put these athletes. Looks like Aaron is throwing in a butterfly ashi, maybe looking for a straight foot lock or an Aoki lock, and uses it to clear the position. A lot of finger lace and a lot of over ties. Look for these two competitors to maybe attempt a throw by. It looks like that's especially what Tanner's trying to set up there. Oh,
nice shot by Aaron. Getting his hips a little bit behind.
Great level change, but he's in trouble here. Hands are connected on that anaconda. Aaron doing a good job of keeping his elbows open. That's going to make it hard for him to close that space. But, the hands are locked, so he's got a lot of work to do to get out of this submission.
All right, look for Tanner to roll here.
Yeah, Tanner maybe jumping the gun just a little bit. Now Aaron's immediately in on a leg lock. Tanner kicking and clearing, and he gets caught with a belly down straight foot lock. Great match from these two competitors. Yeah, sometimes this will come on quickly. Hopefully Tanner's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, while the doctor takes a look, give it up for these two competitors. They are putting all they have out there on the line for our entertainment tonight.
Tanner making it back to his feet.
Give it up for Tanner Reilly!
That's what you want to see. Last thing we want in one of these matches is for an athlete to leave home injured.
Our winner with the leg lock, Aaron Jones from Queen City Grappling. And we never like to see a match end in an injury, but when it's a shootout, leg locks, is that your game? Is that what you like to play?
Yes and no. Shout out to Tanner, man. 3 opponents dropped out for my match. Tanner took it up week of. Shout out to him. Speedy recovery to him. Yeah.
So leg locks are definitely your game. Big up to Tanner Reilly taking this on short notice. Aaron, congratulations. Way to fight in and out of those submissions. Aaron Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping the action rolling out of the blue corner, coming to the mat, Jared Baldwin from Limitless Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Fitness. Out of the red corner, we have Brian Gates from Sakan Martial Arts. Once again, fighting right here, we have Jared Baldwin and Brian Gates. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise!
Trying to fight his way inside, using the threat of the arm drag, looks like to set up a knee pick.
Miss on the foot sweep. Way to capitalize for Brian. See if he can control here.
I wonder if Jared there just, realized the foot sweep wasn't there and opted to pull guard. But heavy pressure coming in from Brian. Using the threat of the headlock to nearly pass here. risking the Kimura attack and has to concede bottom to clear the submission threat. Really a little clever footwork there from Jared, using that, step over, almost countering the butterfly half guard of Brian with his own butterfly hook.
Nice.
And immediately into offense, looking to take the back here. Second hook slowly coming in, pulling back, and might have to take the mount, but is able to square back up on the back. Has this little gift wrap position that's making it very difficult for Brian to turn away.
Jared looking for a mounted triangle here. With the hooks again. I think he kind of rushes it when he pulls them sometimes.
Yeah, he's rushing through those positions a little bit, but he's doing a great job of capitalizing on that movement and getting straight back into offense. Maybe a little arm in rear naked choke here, just to give something for Brian to think about. He really wants that body triangle, and Brian's doing a good job of keeping that space tight, but loses attention on the neck, and it looks like we have a deep look at a rear naked choke here, and he gets the tap. Jared Baldwin with a rear naked choke victory.
Back and forth battle, ladies and gentlemen. Our winner out of the blue corner, Jared Baldwin. Excellent war there, Jared. How'd you feel when you were sliding in? He was fighting, he was trying to not let you get that body triangle.
You know, that's really what I wanted, because I wanted that control, and hearing my coach telling me that, and so I kind of lost the advantage there, but because he was so worried about that, he gave up defending his neck, and so that's when I was able to capitalize on it.
So taking advantage, working both the legs and the upper body, never letting anybody rest.
Yeah, 2 battles happening at the same time, yeah.
So that sounds great. Congratulations, coaches. Once again, your winner, Jared Baldwin. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you can still pick up your Limitless FC merch in the back. Don't walk home, don't go home tonight without something to remember tonight by.
We got former Strikeforce and UFC veteran Roger Bowling up next. He was mainly a striker back when he fought, so I'm interested to see how his grappling is looking.
Yeah, if anything, he's just going to have, tenacity. He's going to bring the pace forward. He's got 6 minutes to work here. He's probably used to that 15-minute format, so I'm expecting him to really bring the intensity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next match. First up, out of the blue corner, Roger his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, James Hackett!
Roger looking like he might have the strength advantage here, but I don't know.
He definitely looks a little bit bigger. Definitely owning the center of the mat, you know. Shoots a single, doubles off, and a little bit of trouble, contends with that guillotine threat into a pass. And it looks like, yeah, he maybe has a look at an arm triangle there.
Get a reset here.
If he can find his way to the other side of his body there, you know, he's going to have the threat of the choke. And he hops over. Big squeeze. Probably isn't fun to have someone that strong squeezing on your neck. James doing a good job framing his hands, but he's slowly losing ground here. Finds a half guard, buying a little bit of space. Looks like Roger maybe, you know, thinking about taking the back from here. He sits through. Great transition from Roger. You know, clearly been working on his, you know, grappling since his MMA career.
Very good control. You can tell he's heavy on top.
That's one thing I really respect about MMA fighters is you can tell they really take their coach's input seriously. Like a lot of jiu-jitsu guys, they might as well, you know, in one ear out the other. They don't really listen to their coach. But you see Roger really taking his corner's advice and, you know, trying to implement it right away, which is something that, you know, is going to take him pretty far. Being able to, you know, lean on the experience of some of your, you know, more experienced training partners.
Definitely.
Sits through for the arm in guillotine. Again, James doing a good job of buying a little bit of space, but he's not out of water yet.
Roger staying tight on that headlock, not giving him much space there.
Yeah, I am a little worried that Roger might be squeezing himself out here because it looks like he's full sending every, oh, doesn't matter. He's able to find it with one hand.
Just like that, we have a tap. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner from Team Relentless, Roger Bowling! Fantastic stuff. Roger, you came out aggressive and you were putting pressure down. I could see your downward pressure. Was that kind of the plan tonight?
Yeah, it's a long time coming. That's 25 years experience on the mat. So I tried to lead my guys by example. And they all competed tonight. They all did well. So 20 years experience on the mat. So a lot of pressure.
I could see it. I wouldn't want to be underneath it. Congratulations to you and your team.
Yeah, Team Relentless, baby. Russ, TJ, Alex, Jahmon, everybody. Congrats tonight.
Awesome job, Team Relentless. Once again, your winner, Roger Bowling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another gi match for you. Come to the mat from the blue corner, Steve Kramer from Limitless Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. his opponent, fighting out of the red corner,
The loudest I've heard the building tonight.
Yeah, definitely, you know, a little bit of a home field advantage for Steve being a representative of Limitless BJJ, but Toivo and his, you know, group from Triumph bringing a pretty big.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, a brown
band section on their own. And Koi has been competing for a long time. I've never seen Steve compete. He looks like he has a little bit of a size advantage, but Koi is, you know, super high pressure, super versatile attack. So we're putting pressure on, forcing his way past those grips, and in a strong camping position in the headquarters here. Trying to get extension, stepping over for the arm bar, and it looks like he might just find it. Great catch there. You saw him setting it up. He forced Steve to, you know, get extended to maintain that grip. Steve refused to let go of it, and, you know, Koi was able to find the arm bar in spite of that.
Sometimes that's how quick it can go, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner via armbar, Toivo!
Another strong victory for Koi. Again, super experienced competitor. He's been competing around basically as long as I have, as far as I remember.
Koi, you went right after that armbar. Was that the goal, or did you just see it and you went ahead and get it?
I just saw it and then went for it. My balls hurt.
One of the risks of the armbar.
Sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes that's the sacrifice we make. Koi, fantastic job. Do you prefer the gi over no gi?
I do both, so whatever matches I have, I'll go for it.
Sounds good to me. Ladies and gentlemen, my armbar, Toivo!
There is a lot of contenders for submission of the night tonight.
Yeah, that one's got to be my choice so far. I mean, it was just so technical.
It might be the fastest submission of the night.
Yeah, I mean, what, we were 40 seconds into the match,
Rolling
basically.
right along our next match. Out of the blue corner, Ruiz
Another Florida competitor, Ruiz. I wonder if these are like connections Robbie's made. I know he spends a lot of time down in, Miami area and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I think these guys are
his opponent out of the red corner,
Definitely looking like he's a wrestler.
Really digging for that underhook on the right side. Ooh, wow. Straight into offense, ends up falling over the top, but fights back to his feet.
Nice recovery.
Cheer him on, guys. Cheer him on. Yeah, baby, here we go.
Snaps him down into the front headlock, backtracking to get his hands and knees on the mat. And he might use this to sit through, yeah. gets his hips over top, legs are out of the picture, is able to find his way back over, and is able to, clear the threat of the guillotine as they go out of bounds.
Adam's doing a good job sticking with these positions, not settling and not taking the feet like on his back.
Yeah, because he could have easily, conceded there and, lost the match. He was in a really deep spot, but fought through it. But man, this wrestling from Ruiz is super impressive.
Abdullayev with that deep left underhook every time is making it tough for Adam.
And it looks like Adam's aware of it, but it doesn't matter. Ruiz keeps fighting it.
There he goes, digging for it again. I would like to see him use it, though.
I mean, he's got to have some tricks from there. He keeps digging or going into that well, I think he may be just not getting the reaction he wants. I'm imagining Adam is a little bit more of, a pure jiu-jitsu competitor, not as, wrestling heavy, and uses that to turn him back over, looking for his second mounted guillotine attempt, capturing the leg.
Adam doing a good job defending again.
Looks like Ruiz is slowly trying to work his way past the legs back into a mounted guillotine situation, but opts to capture the leg, and Adam finds his way out. That looked super tight, so kudos to Adam here. Dude's like a zombie. He just keeps putting in trouble and walking forward.
And sometimes that is going to wear down on Abdullayev. If he just keeps going for these attacks, he might wear himself out.
Oh yeah, he's definitely, putting some energy behind those submission attacks, and if they don't go anywhere, he might fatigue himself. But I can tell you, being stuck in a super deep choke isn't the best either. You're definitely getting fatigued being in there. Definitely look like a little pause to reset. We might have a tired Abdullayev. If I were Adam, I would not let him off the mat. You want to stay on top here. This is his best shot of getting some offense. And right now he's got to be, considerably behind. And as I say, that good pass almost forces the back exposure. Abdullayev going back for that neck and just slips over the top. It seems like that's one of Ruiz's moves. So, you got to wonder, maybe he's getting a little bit frustrated because he probably hits it in the gym or in training a little bit, pretty frequently because he keeps going after it.
Yeah.
And the more you go for your A game and it doesn't work, it can be a little demoralizing. Reset in the action. Strong lead by Abdullayev.
Abdullayev might be tired, but I know Adam is also looking fatigued.
Oh, for sure. And I feel like with the experience in the wrestling, Abdullayev has got to be in his comfort zone standing on the feet. If he needs a little bit of time to recover, he can probably find it here. And there's no pressure on him to take risks, really, because he's definitely dictated the flow of the match.
I mean, Adam's standing straight up if he really wanted,
Yeah, on a wrestler like that, you can't be, lazy with your hand fighting, and
you got to match their level.
3 minutes left in the action. Looks like we're about to get a reset back to side control. Adam finding a reversal off of the arm triangle attempt. Trying to pull, deep deep guillotine from the closed guard here. And he finally gets the tap. Yeah, Ruiz definitely wasn't going to leave that mat without finishing the guillotine. He was going after it constantly.
Your winner with a guillotine, Ruiz Abdullah! Ruiz, you attacked that neck with relentless passion. Was that your game plan, or is that just something that you saw was available to you?
Always my game plan is attack. No defense, just attack. Yeah, he gave me a good opportunity. I want to show you guys good fight and good technique. I hope you're excited.
Fantastic match. It seemed like Adam was just walking through. He would just get up and keep going. I didn't think for a second that he was going to get out of some of those, but he did. What were you thinking when he kept escaping?
Yeah, he did a good job. He did a good job. But like I said, I believe in my technique, in my team. I want to say hi to Fort Lauderdale, to LMA 305, to my guys in my gym, my coaching, and guys, to my mom and to my wife. They main supporter to me.
Thank you, Ruiz Abdullah! Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a thank you to some of our sponsors again. Annie Mac Home Mortgage for all your mortgage and rental needs. We want to give a big shout out to Defense Soap, Limitless Cryotherapy. Thank you so much. Don't forget, you can still pick up your Limitless merch in the back. There is still time for concessions. We have a few more matches tonight. Tonight has been a war back and forth with these fighters giving you everything they've got. Everybody give it up for our fighters tonight. Let me make some noise, come on! Few more thank yous. Alinea Performance, thank you for taking care of our fighters. Kickstand Cocktails, and of course, for this wonderful facility, our event partner, Cincinnati Athletic Club. This place is phenomenal. Thank you guys for letting us put this show on here for all these wonderful people here tonight and the people watching at home. Big round of applause for Cincinnati Athletic Club. We've got a highly anticipated black belt match for you tonight. Coming to the mat from the blue corner, from SNG Jiu-Jitsu, Dan Lopez.
those matchups where I'd be surprised if these guys haven't competed against one another. Both have been around for a while. Both, I think, were formerly teammates.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have a black belt match in the gi.
Used to be a part of
Dan Lopez versus Marcus West. Here we go.
I used to train with Snuggles back in the day.
All right, action's underway. First black belt gi match of the tournament.
Is this like Step Brothers fighting?
And Daniel Lopez really, worked on his judo the last few years, so I'm hoping to see some big throws potentially from here. Pulling closed guard, a little bit scary on the legs there, but it looks like D'Lo is okay. Immediately stands, putting pressure, slips the arm bar. And finds his way on top. Looks like he might be looking for a little bit of a crucifix here. But looks to circle behind to the back in a really strong passing situation. I like the grips that Marcus is using. It's keeping D'Lo spread out here, making it hard for him to clear that leg, and uses it to come on top. Great sweep. That's one of the things about gi jiu-jitsu that you get that you don't really get in no gi, is like a lot more creativity with the grips, and it allows a lot of crazy things to happen.
Yeah, they really changed the game up a lot.
And not to get into theory too much, but I feel like no-gi jiu-jitsu really has dominated the space as far as professional jiu-jitsu. And if you give the gi the right rule sets, I think it can really shine. It's really been hamstrung by the IBJJF's rule set, I think. Although the IBJJF has been pushing to promote more action in their matches, especially in the black belt divisions. But maybe, some fresher rules can give the gi its time to shine. And you're definitely seeing that in this match. There's a lot of dynamic exchanges going on.
No, definitely, for sure. Marcus keeping that leg trapped. That is the most frustrating footlock pass for me. I just
Oh yeah, the lockdown can be pretty stifling, especially that pant grip he has on the opposite leg there. Is just like both legs are kind of kept at distance. It really just does a good job of keeping Marcus from being able to put weight on him.
Yeah.
But in the same token, Daniel can't do much with those grips. It's really just holding him in position. Just a little bit of that knee in there, and Marcus finds the pass. D'Lo accepting the position, looking to work for frames that he can maybe recover with. Oh, nice razor armbar, using it to threaten the sweep, but Marcus backtracks and, opts to reset the passing. D'Lo back to a closed guard. Digging his hands deep in the collar, holding over top of the head, making it very difficult for Marcus to posture. I feel like nothing's as quintessential to the gi as the cross collar choke. You don't see it a ton at a high level, but it's like as pure as jiu-jitsu gets, in my opinion.
He's got a deep cross collar too.
Oh yeah, and it looks like he's trying to take the lapel over the top, maybe to get something else to grab onto to set up the other half of the choke. Because right now he only really has one side locked down. Up. Using it to arm drag and potentially take the back. Marcus does a great job of getting back to the hip line and, controlling the inside space, making it difficult for D'Lo to follow up. Oh, deep cross collar attempt. He's got the elbows in tight and he gets the tap. maybe a sleeper for sub of the night, but honestly, you do not see those a lot, and to pull that off at the black belt level is very impressive.
Very technical match.
Especially, Marcus knew was coming for a while.
Tactical high-level jiu-jitsu right there. Give it up for Dan Lopez and Marcus West. Your winner, out of the blue corner, Dan Lopez! Dan, you won with a choke that most people learn in their first month or so of jiu-jitsu, the cross collar. Was that just old school, or did you feel like you could get that earlier?
It's just old school. When you end up in a spot you didn't intend, you just stick to what you're comfortable with. And I think that's one that a lot of people undervalue. Just basics work.
Hey, day one jiu-jitsu works on day 1,000 just like it always has. Were you looking forward to this match? 2 high-level black belts going at it in the gi?
Oh yeah, I know he's a judo guy too, and a lot of people won't stand up with me in live matches, so I was really excited for this match for sure.
Fantastic, that's amazing. And once again, your winner, Dan Lopez! We have 2 more matches tonight, so if you haven't had a chance to run back and get yourself some of our Limitless FC merch, go ahead and do it. All right. Coming out of the blue corner from S&G Jiu-Jitsu, Josh Webb. His opponent out of the red corner from Killcliff FC, DeMarcus Jackson! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Webb and DeMarcus Jackson. Let's get it on, boys.
Tyler Ray stepping aside to coach his teammate DeMarcus Jackson. Working into our penultimate match of the night. Nice drag from Webb, looking to get to the mat, but DeMarcus snatching the neck up. Unable to solidify the guillotine, and Josh is back in, using this opportunity to start passing the guard. These Florida guys really like those guillotines. I feel like this is the second guy that's really digging for him out of the 3 that have competed tonight. Back to standing. Strong guard pull from Josh here. Looking to wiggle his way into a closed guard, but DeMarcus keeping that bottom foot trapped. Heavy, heavy hips, using it to get to flat half. Slowly inching his way deeper into passing position here. Josh attempting to off balance here, but he's carrying a lot of weight. His frame's pretty extended, but does enough to get back to a stronger guard. Nice hip check on the single leg, and Josh is looking to attack the legs from here. Josh attacking the shoulder crunch, using it off balance to Marcus, but he's able to find enough space and clears those hooks, coming back into a strong passing position. Finds himself back in flat half. This is another great opportunity for him to pass the guard here. Super heavy forward pressure from DeMarcus, trying to fatigue on Josh here. Over halfway through the match, and it looks like the momentum's starting to shift into DeMarcus's hands here. Mutual reset in the middle. Josh has the arm trap behind the back here. This is something that can, potentially swing things back in his favor. DeMarcus isn't, careful here. He might end up getting swept. Great job cross-facing here. This is going to kill that a little bit. And he's able to shave off that grip behind the back. Looks like he has the making of an arm triangle here. Going to be very difficult to finish from inside the guard, but if he's able to clear his legs, this might be a big threat. We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to work. Josh doing a good job of, clearing hands, but he's got to make something happen here. He's slowly losing control of this match. Is that a little Nogi Ezekiel from the bottom here? Using the lockdown to off balance him, finds his way back into a guard, potentially digging deep half, but getting stifled here. And he might get the sweep here. Just barely misses it, loses control, reset to neutral. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Fatigue showing on both athletes. But this match definitely isn't, unwinnable for Josh. He still has plenty of time to get back in the game. Big throw. And this is just what Josh needs here. If he's able to pass or, you know, give one strong submission attempt on the board, that might be enough to swing it in his favor. You know, that's a difference between the throws we saw earlier tonight. You know, that ended up with DeMarcus flat on his back. You know, a lot of the other throws were at their own peril. They end up giving up back exposure, but this one, you know, huge, huge success for Josh. And he has 40 seconds left, putting on the pressure. You know, a guard pass or a near submission might be enough for him to win this decision. Slowly losing top position here, but DeMarcus needs to address the shoulder line. If he doesn't square back up, he could be at risk of getting submitted here. And he's able to flatten him out, find his way back in the middle. Hand still stuck, digs it out, 5 seconds left. This one's gonna probably go to the judge's decision. I don't know how I'd call it myself.
Time! Give it up for these two warriors, ladies and gentlemen!
Yeah, a lot of deliberation going from the referees. You know, like I was saying, that match is super close, so you can't take anything away from either of these athletes.
Get you up here, bro.
That was an even match, ladies and gentlemen. Our referees conferred and they have a decision. Our winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Josh Webb! Josh, that was a back and forth battle. How are you feeling after that war?
Can't get my breath back. It's tough. Very hard to get anything going with him. Stayed very tight. Just, yeah, tough, very, very tough match. Appreciate him coming out all the way down from Florida.
Roger that. That was a huge throw you had near the end. Is that something you train a lot, or is that just one thing you saw you thought you could capitalize on?
I haven't trained any no-gi about 2 years, so it's definitely another game outside of gi.
Well, you can't tell. You can't tell. Very good job, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Webb!
And Josh able to steal that match back. He was definitely looking like he was gonna, you know, end up dropping the decision, but poured on that action late in the match. He definitely had the biggest moments of the match with the 2 strong takedown attempts.
Very interesting. I'm very interested in that decision there.
Yeah, you got to think there's no submission, so it kind of comes down to aggression. And a lot of the time, like, if you're the last person to score, that's going to be fresher in the judge's mind.
All right. Did you guys have fun tonight? I just want to take a second, because I know when the main event's over, everyone darts out. Just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. This was our 5th event. I'm really happy to see the turnout. I appreciate the support from the team, the staff, everybody involved, the Cincinnati Athletic Club. Thank you guys so much for making these events so much fun. Thank you. And with that being said, let's get our main event started. Fighting out the blue corner, representing Mendocino BJJ, Henry Rios.
Coming into the final match of the night, Cornell Beecham Jr.
Cornell Beecham is a national champion from the local Mount St. Joseph University here.
Wow.
And fighting out of the red corner, representing Vision MMA, your 2022 NCAA Wrestling Champion, Cornell Beecham Jr. This is your main event of the evening. Cheer 'em on, Cincinnati!
Pretty stark difference in size between these two competitors, but I feel like Cornell's not going to be, intimidated by the size difference.
No.
Immediately pulls guard.
Not even entertaining the
The
rest.
crowd is not happy.
Here we go!
Cornell doing a good job of finding space for his knee line to slip out, looking potentially to switch to a knee cut style pass. You just got to get better control of the upper body, and then he'll be able to send it. Kicks out, opts to reset to neutral. And able to find the pass in the scramble. You're going to see, Cornell being elusive here, working the outside, really denying grips, making Henry make a mistake, and he's able to capitalize and explode into that space so quickly. I don't know why he would want to, get too in the weeds and get tangled up in Henry's guard here.
And Cornell's still relatively new to this combat sports world from wrestling, so I think that he's going to be a little bit cautious in some of the exchanges that he gets himself into.
100%. Oh, you say that, and he immediately jumps over the guard.
Right.
That could have gone the other way. He could have given up top position easily there.
Here we go, boys! Here we go!
Now, for me, I want to see Henry fight these battleground positions a little more. He's too quick to go do his back. He needs to threaten the wrestle ups, get some attachments, and then he can pull into his guard, because at the moment he's kind of at, Cornell's mercy. Like he's not able to get anything going from his, back.
Yeah.
And as I say that, he's working from a seated guard more, looking to make it entanglements, and Cornell's backing up, and that is significant. Even though he's had a big pass, he's having some moments of success. The one initiating the action is definitely Henry in this match. Strong headlock here, not really a submission, but good control of the upper body. And Henry's looking to use it to wrestle up, but couldn't pick a more difficult person to make that happen.
No. It's very stocky. Look at the size of this kid's legs.
Yeah, maybe that's where the difference in the weight class is. They could be the same weight. Yeah, I like this where he's tying up the head. Oh, jumping triangle over the top.
I like that.
Oh, and he bails on the position.
Cincinnati!
Cornell definitely looking to bring the excitement.
Come on, push the pace! Push the pace!
This is your main event!
Let's go! That's it! Come on, don't stop! Let's go!
Maybe a little bit of a better look at the guard here. here. He's still a little bit extended. You know, a good option against a strong wrestler is honestly a little bit of a more old school approach, is playing deep half. A lot of these guys, you know, don't feel super threatened there, and you're able to keep someone pretty isolated. And it's a strong sweeping position. You saw, you know, at previous trials, Michael Pixley gets swept 2 times from deep half. But as I say that, you have Cornell passing in the mount. Minute and 50 seconds left in the match. I think what Cornell has to be aware of is, you know, little off balances and potentially getting his legs exposed. But otherwise, it's, you know, the wheel is in his hands. He's got control of this match.
Yep. He's working for that arm triangle.
He's doing a great job of controlling the upper body, and just as I say that, good job making space, looking to get to a half guard. Honestly, if I were Henry, I would have looked to bring him overhead and get those legs lighter so you can try to get on a leg, because at the moment, you got a minute left in the match, you're behind. You need to start getting submissions on the board.
Yeah.
One minute left. 1 minute left.
Minute left in the match. Cornell can't lose sight on it, on things, because, you know, submissions still exist. If he gets, you know, a little bit careless, Henry could get back into this game. "35 seconds left.
Great control with Cornell, pretty much dictating this whole entire match.
And bringing crazy pressure, as you'd expect from a wrestler of this caliber.
And I like the jumping, flying arm bars and triangles that he's trying. It's good to see risks.
Yeah, when you have no, you know, worry about being able to find your way back on top, it definitely opens that kind of stuff up more. And we're in the last 10 seconds of the match. Unless something big happens here, I gotta imagine the match is going to go to Kerr.
9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That was your main event. Guys, come. And your winner out of the red corner, Cornell Beecham Jr. And give a round of applause to his opponent, Henry Rios.
No surprise there. Strong performance from Cornell. Hopefully we see him back in the competition scene more in the future.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're here with NCAA champion, Cincinnati's only NCAA champion for Mount St. Joe, Cornell Beecham Jr., making his jiu-jitsu debut. Cornell, how did it feel to get out here tonight, get the W in front of your hometown?
It feels wonderful. You know, this is my first grappling match ever. So to do this and come out victorious and put the gold medal around my neck, there's nothing more I could have wanted.
That's awesome, Cornell. Cornell, you have a bright future ahead of yourself, not just in jiu-jitsu, but in MMA. What's next for Cornell Beecham?
Keep taking heads off and climb it all the way to the top.
Anybody you'd like to thank, Cornell?
I want to thank my coaches, Jeremy Pender and Joey Patterson. I want to thank you for putting on an amazing event, and I want to thank my wife for the support.
Amazing, Cornell. It was an honor to have you. Congratulations. Cornell Beecham Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Guys, give us about 2 minutes. We're going to announce the fight of the night and the submission of the night. The winners, we want you to come on the mat. We have a prize for you, a little swag pack. Give us just 2 minutes. Actually, guys, we're going to do the split the pot first. Split the pot, then we're going to announce fight of the night and submission of the night. Okay, guys, if you got a ticket for Split the Pot, you're going to come see Amy. Make sure you're listening up. And the number is 818 5025. If you're the winner, come see Amy. 8185025. All right, guys, we're about to announce submission of the night and fight of the night. Hang tight for 1 second. We're going to announce in just 1 minute. Just a couple more seconds and we're going to announce our winners. All right. We're going to announce our fight of the night. Guys. All right, guys, in our fight of the night, Lucas Jones. Hopefully he's up here. There he is. Lucas wins an all-paid vacation. No, I'm just kidding. Lucas, you got some money, you got some swag, t-shirts, hat. Phenomenal match. Thank you for being on the event. Congratulations, Lucas. And we're going to announce the submission of the night, and it was really, really tough. And our submission of the night, Koivo! He had the flying armbar and the gi, incredible match. He beat my guy, but you know what? I got to give it up for him. He did an incredible job. Congratulations, Koi. Submission of the night, Koivo! All right, guys, thank you so much for coming to Limitless Fighting Championship 5. Try to grab a shirt or some merch on the way out, hang out, play poker, get some drinks, or come to the official after party starting at 11 p.m. at Igby's. We'll see you next time.
Looking for the heel hook. Cal's in trouble. Got to turn into on
We hope you have enjoyed this LFC production. Please check us out to keep up with future events.